Well, today I've had a couple of flat tires on a wagon that I used to bring hay home out of the fields. But anyway, what I've done is I've already broken the bead down because it's kind of hard to show you how to do that, but I can demonstrate a little bit here. I have well, this funny little tool here. That's a bead breaker. When you do tires the old-fashioned way, you kind of got to resort to, you know, what you have at hand. So this thing, what it does is, let's see, it clips onto the tire, the rim, like that, and then there's another lever here, and you push that one down, and that forces the tire off of the rim. So you do that a couple of times, and it pops right off there. That just breaks the bead, and I've done that on both sides already. All I have to do now is get the tire off of the rim, which is pretty simple. Use your standard tire iron or tire spoon or whatever you want to call the darn thing, and you just kind of flip it up, get another one, stick it in there like so, and flip it up. Now, doing this one-handed is kind of tough, but I'll manage, I'm sure. You just do that a couple of times until it's ready to come up off of there. There it is. Now, see how that rim kind of hangs off the back side there? What you're going to want to do is prop it up against something so you can actually get into the damaged area of your tire. And what I'll do is just find another tire. Now, as you can see on the outside of the tire, it's been plugged. Barely made it home with this thing. It took me, I only had to go about 6 miles with it. Well, in that 6 miles, I had to stop twice to plug the... Alright, get a hold of them vice grips if I can. Yeah, it did its job, got me home. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep that thing. See, there's all kinds of dirt and stuff on the inside of tires. The glue, the cement, I use slime rubber cement because, well, it really doesn't matter. It's all the same crap no matter what label they put on the outside of it. And I use my little rolling wheel there to take all the air bubbles and stuff out. So, okay, I got the first, well, I only put one coat of glue on there. And I have to wait for that to dry out a little bit before I go ahead and put the patch on there. It's going to take about, oh, say 15 minutes. So we'll go ahead and... Okay, my glue is dry. I got my handy dandy patch there. I'm going to have to, I don't know if you can see that too well, but I'm going to take the foil off the back of it. And you got to be careful you don't touch the back of the patch because of the glue. I'm going to hold this on my teeth here. Very good, because if there's any air bubbles in there, well, the patch isn't going to stick. And then you're stuck with the same crap all over again. If it was a normal tire, you know, more normal service, or if I was putting a tube in there, which I am not, you would just go ahead and put your tube in there and inflate it. That would be enough. But because this is a rough service application, I'm going to put an extra patch on top of it to build up the ply wall of where this hole was. Okay, there's the tire patch that'll work. This is a big old round one, basically the same as the one I just put on there, only it's compatible with the glue that I just used. So I'm going to, okay, it's dry. Now, what you gotta do is peel that. Alright, what you gotta do is peel that patch, the back of that patch off. Lubrication. You can use oil, it doesn't matter. Chain cable oil, you can use diesel fuel. Don't try gasoline because that won't do anything but cause you trouble. But a little light oil like this, or this heavy chain oil, gear and chain oil on there, lubricates that rim real nice. And if you do have to do the fire trick, it isn't going to blow up in your face. Like, man, this tires, they claim these are 12-ply tires. I think they're just plain rubber bands. Hopefully, it'll take the air. If it doesn't take the air, well, you're in for a little treat here. Cheap old starting fluid. Kind of switch it down in there. Let's give it a good shot. I like to run a trail up the side of the tire. On the striker, get that striker fired up. Boom. That's it. Get the air on there right quick. That thing is started. That's out. Nothing to it. Now, I can see a little bit of the problem with this tire is that it's leaking around the rim. Now, as you can see them little bubbles? That's air escaping from this tire. Alright, there's a trick to repair that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop putting air in it. I've got to go get a load of hay real quick. And when I get back, I'll show you how to repair that problem. It's not a permanent fix. It slows it down to the point where that tire will stay inflated for maybe a month. What I'm doing is just, I'm going to pour that antifreeze right down in that tire. Okay, it's not going to freeze up because there is some water in it, but it isn't going to freeze because it is antifreeze. And antifreeze is not flammable, so you really don't have to worry about catching yourself on fire. At least not too much anyway. Might have to worry about the tire though, because you catch that on fire. I'm going to run the pressure up to about 60 pounds, and that's about where it needs to be in order to work on the wagon. And I'm going to flip it over a couple of times so that that antifreeze gets in the bead, and it'll just swell that rubber up within a matter of a few minutes. Just swell it right up, and it'll stop the leak. Now, I know some guys that have already taken a newspaper. All right, that thing has stopped. Yeah, I've got about 70 pounds of air in there. Check it right there. Yeah, believe it or not, it is 70 pounds, which is a little bit much for that. I don't like to go over 60, but because it's leaking around the bead, I know I'm going to lose some air before that antifreeze decides to seal it up. You can see along the edge there that it's bubbling. Now I'm going to flip this tire over and see if it's sealed the other side yet, because I'm pretty sure that it has. You don't even see, oh, look at that spider. Oh yeah, I hate spiders. I really hate them. They bite. But you ain't gonna bite me with these gloves on, that sucker. What are you gonna do there, sucker? Oh, look at the back of that thing. Isn't that creepy? Close. You know what? It's slowing down. You can see just a little bit in there yet. Won't take long. So what I'll do is I'm just gonna flip it over and leave it flipped over, and we'll see what happens in the next 10 or 12 hours. Okay. Alright. I think it's been sitting here for about 20 minutes. Upside down. I just flipped it over, and I'll put a little oil on it. You can see a bubble there, but it's really starting to seal up nice. You can see it's just very little bit of bubbles there. So I'm gonna flip her back over again, and I guarantee you she seals up and I don't have a problem from now on.